I'm excited about what you talk about, guys. You know, my story, most of you guys know me. For those of you who don't, former military, went from military to corporate America. I started working, you know, a traditional job. I was working the 8 to 5 schedule. Man, I was working so many hours. I was working like 60 plus hours a week. I had the car, I had the boats, I had the house, I had everything else. I had money, man, 6-figure income. Problem was I was time poor. Anybody know about what being what it's like to be time poor?
Yes, sir.
I was definitely time poor. I had the money, but at the end of the day, money means nothing if you don't got the time to be able to spend it with your family. If you don't got the time to be able to do what you want, when you want, with who you want.
Yep.
I got introduced to network marketing through some phenomenal leaders. I got introduced, kind of a slap in the face, really. Anybody feel like this was kind of a slap in the face?
Yeah.
It was like a slap in the face to me, man. I was like on track to be a pilot. I was able to fly helicopters, all kinds of stuff in the military. And I got introduced to network marketing, and somebody was just like, bam, what are you doing? You know, you're gonna work for somebody else for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Right? For the rest of your life to not achieve your dreams, your goals. And I was like, wow, once I saw that, it really opened my mind. Mr. Landeros covered it very, very well. You know, network marketing is not the only thing out there. There are plenty of ways out there to make money. But this is, to me, this is the very, very best opportunity because it's the only thing that I know where you can have both money and time freedom.
True. Yep.
Right? Money and time freedom. And I'm excited about time more than I am money. Especially now, fast forward to, you know, I got started 90 days ago, fast forward to now, I was actually able to retire my wife at the age of 26 and retire myself at the age of 27, and now we're able to spend time with both me, her, and my 3-month-old baby girl.
Yep.
So I don't say that to impress you guys, I don't say that to be braggadocious, I just say that to impress upon you that this is what this is what we have, this is the type of opportunity we have. If you focus, and if you really pay attention to what some of the leaders are doing, and that's all I did, guys. I'm nobody special. I just paid attention to what these guys were doing, to what my mentors were doing, and I read, and I just constantly stayed focused, and I was able to do it, guys. So if I can do it, you can do it, all right? So let's go ahead and dive right into what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about personal development. Who in here wants to become better?
Yeah.
All right, all right. It all starts with personal development, okay? Personal development is key. One of the best things I ever heard, this guy right here, Jim Rohn. Anybody ever heard of Jim Rohn?
Yeah.
Jim Rohn is a founder, man, in personal development, in business entrepreneurship. Jim Rohn says, if you work hard on your job, you can make a living. But if you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune.
True.
You can make a fortune. Guys, personal development, okay? Personal development comes before the fortune. All right, one of the best things I've ever heard was, learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your business. Because here's the deal, guys. The way personal development works, it works like this. Let's say you want to make a certain amount of money. All right? Let's say you want to make a certain amount of money. Okay? And this is you. In order to get to this amount of money, let's say you're right here in your money, but you want to get here. This is the goal. In order to get here, if your personal development is right here, guess what? You will only make that much money. Period. I don't care what you do. If you're a doctor, a lawyer, if you're network marketing, it doesn't matter what you do. If your education and your personal development is right there, that's where you stay income-wise. You are going to stay behind the 8 ball income-wise, okay? So how do you raise the money? Raise your personal development. Raise yourself. You got to learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your business. Everybody say that. Work harder on yourself.
Work harder on yourself
than you do on your business.
than you do on your business.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. All right? So here's the deal. Be, do, have. And I want everybody to write this down. Be, do, have. Before you can, everybody want to have more?
Yeah.
Everybody want to have more vacations?
Yep.
What about have a nicer car?
Yep.
What about have a nicer house?
Yep.
Right? What about give to the church?
Yep.
Or give to your family? Everybody
Yep.
want to do that?
Yep.
Well, before you can have more, you got to do more. Before you can do more, you got to become more. Okay? Be, do, have. And this is how it works. You got to start with your thoughts, guys. You got to start with words. What Michelle talked about was amazing. Your images, your goals, your whys. You have to speak into existence. Thoughts are things, guys. Thoughts are things. The words that you say, okay, anybody ever heard words can never hurt me? Right? Sticks and stones, but words can never hurt me? Guys, that's BS.
Right.
Words are the most powerful thing in the world. The most powerful thing. They can build skyscrapers. They can take man on a little wrapped aluminum can across America, right? And they can kill your dreams. They can kill your goals. So thoughts are things. What you think about on a daily basis Not just every once in a while, not just once a week. What you think about constantly, daily, you're going to bring about. Okay? Your thoughts change into your attitude, right? Your attitude is what's in your heart, what you believe, right? If for instance, let me give you guys an example. A waiter brings me, I order food. Let's say I go to a restaurant. My favorite restaurant. Who's got a favorite restaurant? What's your favorite restaurant? Benihana's. What do you like to order at Benihana's? Steak and shrimp. Man, awesome choice. They got the little dipping sauce and everything. They got the little fried stuff. That's a bomb choice. I might go get that afterwards, right? Okay, we should just take this training over there, actually. He wants steak and shrimp at Benihana's. Now, thoughts are things, guys, okay? So if he orders steak and shrimp and he's thinking about how juicy it is, how tender it is, right? They cut the shrimp along the middle and they make it puff up and it's all big and nice. Well, here's the deal. What happens if they bring the meal back and it's not steak and shrimp? What happens if it's steak and it's a little overcooked and they only put 2 shrimp on the plate? What is your first thought? What's your first thought? I got ripped off. Man, they messed up my meal. Man, this sucks. Whatever. Guys, that changes your attitude. That affects your attitude. Okay, which if you have a bad attitude, that's going to affect your behavior. Okay, that's going to affect your mood. That's going to affect how you deal with people. Anybody ever wake up, they get up out of bed and they stub their toe, and then it seems like everything else, all the dominoes fall. Like, man, you get a ticket, and then man, you late to work, and then your boss, you get extra work or whatever. It's like a domino effect. That's because your attitude, you attract what you think about. You attract what you think about, okay? I want you guys, I say that a lot, but thoughts are things. If you want to change your behavior, if you want to have more, you got to do more. In order to have more, it all starts with becoming more. You have to become more. And the only way to become more is what Michelle talked about. Okay, that's how you become more, and you got to constantly focus on your thoughts, all right? Personal growth. Personal growth shapes your life, guys. It shapes your life. You gotta become more by sharpening your axe every single day. Okay? Because here's the deal. You can chop down a tree in the forest, right? We all agree. Can a tree be chopped down in the forest?
Mm-hmm.
Can you use a butter knife to chop down a tree? Is it possible?
Yes.
Yes.
It's absolutely possible. It'll take you forever and a day, right? It'll take you almost your whole life to chop down a redwood tree with a butter knife. But now you change that butter knife in for a chainsaw, you're going to cut that bad boy down. You get an axe, right? And you sharpen that axe every single day, you're going to chop that tree down, man, in no time.
Yep.
All it takes is some effort, right? Consistent effort, and that tree's coming down, man. Coming down. All right? How do you sharpen your axe every day? Personal development. You got to constantly work on yourself. You got to always be growing yourself. Okay? Personal development kind of works like an escalator. You can hop on an escalator. Imagine hopping on an escalator and anybody, I know I'm not the only one that does this. I do it from time to time. You get on an escalator that's going the wrong way and you try to walk up it, right? You try to walk up it. I know I'm not the only one out there that does it. So when you do that, what happens if you stop? You go backwards. It doesn't just stop, right? You don't just stay there. You go backwards. That's like personal development. You can do personal development, but if you stop, guess where you're going? Right back to where you came from. So that's why you got to constantly be taking steps to be moving forward. That's why you constantly have to be in the books. You constantly have to listen to good audio. What do we talk about all the time, right? How many pages a day?
10.
10. How many minutes of good audio?
10. 15.
Who listened to 15 minutes of good audio today? Bam. Isn't that funny that the people that listen to 15 minutes of good audio, the first 3 people that threw up their hands are people that are making money in this business. Give a round of applause for these guys. There's no secret to why they're making money in this business. Okay? It's not rocket science, guys. It's not some weird thing why we're successful and why some people aren't. Okay? Some people are successful because they do the necessary things. They work on themselves harder than they work on their job, and that's why they become what they become. All right? When you do this, you create actions. You create habits. Okay, when you start to do things, it takes 21 days to create a habit. How many days?
21.
21 days of doing something consistently to create a habit. Ever notice how some days you'll prospect somebody, you'll prospect 5 people in one day, then the next day you won't?
Yep.
Then the next day you might, then the next day you won't. Right? That's because you're not consistent. And you notice your business doesn't really grow? Because you're not consistent about doing what you're supposed to do. The doctor said an apple every day, right? Not 7 apples on Sunday. Right? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Not 7 apples on Sunday. Right? An apple a day. Right. I love that. Jim Rome, right? All day long. So here's the deal. Your habits create you to do more, which creates your lifestyle. If you want to have more, you got to what?
Do more.
In order to do more, you got to what?
Be more.
You got to become more. All right? Let's talk about the right attitude. All right? You got to have the right attitude. It all starts with that. You have to manage your expectations, guys. This is, a lot of people say, you know, it's tough. I will agree that it is very tough to think positive. Who thinks it's tough to think positive every day?
Yeah.
Absolutely it is. It's very tough. There's over 1,000 thoughts that go through your mind every hour. That's the statistic. Right? 1,000 thoughts. I was trying to think. He hates it, so just, you know, all right? Thoughts are things, right? Thoughts are things. So here's the deal, guys. You have to, in order to have a better attitude, we can't think about every single thing you're thinking about every second. It's impossible. But here's what you can do. You can focus on your emotions. Who can agree they know when they're mad? They know when they're pissed off.
Hell yeah.
Right? And you know when you're happy.
Yep.
Right? You know how you feel when you're happy. You know what you're thinking about when you're happy. So is it hard to think about things that make you happy? No. No, it's not, right? Like Peter Pan. What is it? Get a sprinkle of fairy dust on him, right? Think of what? Happy thoughts. And then you start flying, right? That's what Peter Pan did. Guys, they have the secret in that bad boy, man. You guys didn't pay attention. They were slowly trying to teach you, you got to have happy thoughts in your mind, okay, in order to have the right attitude. Now, you have to manage your expectations, and that's how you manage your expectations. You have to know when you're feeling bad. The second you start feeling bad, you have to know, you have to recognize that. And you have to adjust what you're thinking about, okay? If I'm stubbing my toe and all of a sudden I'm pissed off, I gotta know, like, man, chill out. You're gonna ruin your whole day by that. And now I start thinking, you know what I do every day, guys? Every day I wake up, and I'm not telling you to be religious, but I pray, right? You can do whatever you want, but every day I wake up and I say, it's time to win. It's time to what?
Win.
It's time to win. Every single day I wake up, it's time to win. I don't wake up and say, oh man, I gotta work on my business. Oh man, I gotta talk to people. Oh man, I gotta go do this. Oh man. Every day I wake up and I say, it's time to what?
Win.
It's time to win every single day. Every single day I get in the shower, right? And I'm scrubbing, rub-a-dub-dub. I don't do the credit card, I got the thing. But, well, too much? All right, some of y'all got it. All right, so I'm scrubbing, right? I'm scrubbing, in the shower, okay? In the shower. This is what I do, guys. This is what I do every single day. All right? It's time to win. I am grateful for everything that has came to me. I am grateful for everything that I have. My family, my beautiful wife, my daughter, my car, my house, the amount of people that I have in the business.
Hey,
we gotta be willing to
work without pay.
Awesome. What are we doing here on Saturday? Anybody getting paid right here, right now?
No.
This second? No. That's what you got to be willing to do. Constantly. Consistently. Okay? Here's the deal. This is why you must control your emotions. People will not follow somebody who is emotionally unstable. If you're up and down, like a roller coaster, people will not follow you. Everybody wants to follow somebody who inspires somebody else. Right? Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy, Jim Rohn. You think these guys are up and down, man?
Nope.
They are not, man. They wake up every single day knowing their purpose, their whys, their goals, their dreams. They know what they got to do. They're not up and down. They don't go around feeling negative into other people. They don't go hop up on Facebook and post their negative emotions on Facebook. What you think about, you attract in your life. If you got a problem with bills, guess what you got in your mailbox?
Bills.
Bills. If you got a problem with your health, guess what's going on with your health? Health. You got to focus on what you're doing. You got to focus and see yourself better than what you are. Okay? That's what being a sponsor is all about. Being a sponsor is being the bridge, helping somebody to become more than what they were. Helping somebody from darkness to light, right? Seeing beyond what they're doing, all right? Be aware of the emotional roller coaster. Understand that it exists in me and you and every single one of us. Every single day. Every single day. Okay, you have a chance to be up or you can be down. Right? Right? The emotional roller coaster of an entrepreneur. Are we on the trip yet? Right? This is friends, family, entrepreneur, new customer. Well, at the bottom, right? Well, we need money, go up a little bit. Right? Go up, man, I got it. Am I going to quit?
Nope.
Right? That's the emotional roller coaster that we go through. And understand that if you want to have a big team, in order to generate a lot of residual income in this business, you gotta be stable, man. Because people will not follow you if you are emotionally unstable. Unconscious incompetence. That's the first stage. All right. The individual does not understand, or they don't know something that doesn't necessarily affect them or exist. Which means you don't know what you don't know, right? Who before they got into network marketing knew about residual income? Nope. Who ever heard of it? Nope. Who ever heard of leverage income? You didn't know what you didn't know, right? You don't know what you don't know. It's impossible to know something if you have no clue about it. That's when you're unconscious. Unconscious incompetence. A baby doesn't know, when a baby's born, a baby don't know it's supposed to drive. They don't know it's going to learn how to drive. They don't know that, right? They don't know that. It's not until you go to conscious incompetence. You got introduced to Wake Up Now. You got introduced to network marketing. Now you know that you're incompetent, right? Now the individual does not understand or know something, but you recognize that it exists. Who understands about residual income? Who knows there's residual income now? Yeah. Who knows that people get paid? People get paid. Right now there's somebody getting paid for me using this PowerPoint. You guys know that? Right now there's somebody getting paid for me using this. Right now there's somebody getting paid for me using this. That's called residual income. That's called leverage income, right? We know that. Now we're conscious incompetence. It's kind of like when you become a teenager. Oh, you know you're going to drive, right? Yeah. 12 years old. Oh, yeah, I'm going to drive. I'm going to drive. Yeah, it ain't yet, but I'm going to drive, right? You know you're going to drive. You're conscious about it, but you have no clue how to drive. You have no clue. You just see people driving around, taking a Disneyland. I got to get in this thing, right? That's what you use. All right, you want to go to a concert? You got to get in this thing, okay? The next level, level 3, is conscious competence. That means you're starting to recognize and you're starting to learn how to do what you want. That's like when you're a teenager and you start learning how to drive, right? Anybody remember the first time they learned how to drive? Who remembers the first time they learned how to drive stick? Right? All day long, stall it out. Remember when I burned out the clutch, like taking the RPM side? Man, he almost killed me for it, man. I remember. He was like, "What are you doing?" Right? Guys, understand that when you're at stage 3, that's what that is. It means you're on 10 and 2. You have to think about what you're doing. Okay, 10 and 2, or 10 and 2, right? Look up at my mirrors. I'm going to change lanes, right? You're a freak about it. You have to really focus. Who in here has to focus about their business? Everybody, right? You have to constantly, that's where majority of people are at. Understand, if you're not making a 6-figure income, you're there or below. You're there or below. You are not consciously working the business, unconsciously. Okay? You're not unconsciously incompetent. All right? Most people are right here. They have to think about it, right? When you tie your shoe, when you learn how to tie your shoe, you have to think, I got to do the bunny ear, or the loop, swoop, and pull, right? Anybody here know how to tie their shoes? Yep. Who in here can tie their shoes with their eyes closed? Yep. Right? That's because you're unconsciously confident. You're on the 4th stage. Guys, understand, but now, did you all of a sudden know how to tie your shoes with your eyes closed? No. No, but some of us in here can tie our shoes with our eyes closed. Can we agree? Some of us in here can tie our shoes with our eyes closed. Yep. Understand, guys, in this business, you have to be consciously competent. Or you got to get to the unconscious competent if you want to make 6 figures. If you want to be successful at anything, really successful, you got to know how to tie your shoe in the dark. Okay? How do you learn how to tie your shoe in the dark? You got to just do it. You got to do it. You got to practice. Right? You got to practice. Okay? Some of you are actually going to learn how to do this business with your eyes closed. You're not going to go out prospecting. You're going to prospect when you're out. See the difference?
Yep.
Right? The success cycle, okay? Success cycle. It's kind of goes along the lines of what I was talking about. We all have the belief. We talked about the belief. We talked about the right attitude. You got to be more before you can do more, and you got to do more before you can have more, right? Be, do, have, right? So we all know about the belief. You have to believe. Now you have to realize that you have the potential. Everybody has the potential. Can we all agree everybody has the potential to be successful? Yep. Yep. Can we all agree everybody has the potential to be healthy? Yep. Can we all agree everybody has the potential to get a degree? Yep. Right? We all have the potential. But here's the deal. Your actions is what's going to take you there. Your results are dictated by the actions and by the potential that you have. All right? How do you, and who in here wants to know how to experience a breakthrough?
Yeah.
We all do, right? Results are driven, guys. Results are driven by your attitude. You must be committed to look in the mirror every single day and be honest about where you are. Are you unconsciously competent? If you're not, you have to continue to do more, right? You got to be, do, have. In order to get more results, you got to do more what?
Action.
Action, right? In order to have more action, you got to have more what?
Belief.
Belief. It all starts with belief. And here's what happens, guys. Check this out. This is crazy, right? What happens, guys, before we have some people in this room that are making a 5-figure income right now from this business. Before they were making that 5-figure income, they believed that they could make a 5-figure income. Here's what happens is they believed they had the potential to make it. So then they started, once they believed they had the potential, they started taking actions towards doing it. And then once they got the result, oh wow, I got a 5-figure income. Guess what that does? What does that do to your belief? It raises it.
Yep.
It raises your belief because now you said, hey, if I can make a 5-figure income, why can't I make a 5-figure income per day, per week? If I can do it in a month, that means I can do it in a week, right? And then you start believing you have the potential to make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 per week. And then you do the actions to take yourself towards that. Then you start making $20,000 a month. Well, if I can make $20,000 in a month, why can't I do it in a week?
Yep.
If I can do it in a week, why can't I do it in a day? If I can do it in a day, why can't I do it every minute? And if I can do it every minute, why can't I do it when I'm asleep?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
Right?
buddy.
That's the real deal, okay? But here's the deal. You have to be committed and look at yourself in the mirror every single day. And here's a big thing. You have to be aware of the TDSers. What's a TDSer?
Toxic dream.
Toxic dream stealers, man. They're out there. They exist. Right? They exist. Those are those negative people that put negative things in your life. They say, oh, Justin, you can't achieve that. You're dreaming, man. Right? They told Thomas Edison, dude, you're trying to create a light bulb? Get out of here. Told Mark Zuckerberg, MySpace and Friendster already exist. What are you doing? You're crazy. Dropping out of Harvard, idiot. Right? Told Bill Gates, we already have IBM, homie. Your little garage deal's not going to work. Right? You're going to have TDSers out there. Always. You're gonna. Some of them are your family. How about that? Some of them are your family. Some of them are your spouse. Some of them are your spouse. And you got to recognize that. Now, I'm not telling you that you got to cut out your spouse, right? Don't go home and be like, hey, Justin told me I can't talk to you no more, so we can't talk for the next 6 months. You cut. You X out. Don't do that, right? Don't do that. But here's the deal, guys. Some people, a whole lot of people are like, man, Justin. Here's the deal, guys. Some of these people, though, you're going to have to remove from your life. When I started moving forward, when I started cutting out the TDSers out of my life. When I started paying, and maybe I didn't cut them out of my life, but maybe I stopped paying attention to what they said. Right? If you got 5 friends that are broke, and you hang around them, what does that make you?
6.
Makes you number 6. Alright? So think about the people that you're hanging around with. Think about who you spend time with. Who do you spend the most time with? Who are your 5 closest people in your life? Because you're an average of them, and you're going to have their income in life and lifestyle. Okay? Their income and lifestyle. So, I hope they got what you want. Okay? Alright? I choose to spend my time with guys that are motivated, that are driven, that want to become more. Not just stay where they're at. Okay? So be aware of the TDSers. Alright? So, everybody has a dream. Right? But a dream plus a deadline equals a goal. Okay? Dream plus a deadline equals a goal. A goal plus a plan equals your reality. That's the difference. Right? A lot of people have goals. It's great to have goals. It's great to be a dreamer. But if you just dream, that just means you're a what?
Dreamer.
A dreamer. You're just going to be a dreamer, man, all your life. You've got to have a deadline attached to that. When you say, Sam, when are you going to get your BMW? April 2014. What color?
White.
What color interior?
Tan.
Is it real leather, fake leather?
Real leather.
Does it have navigation?
Yes.
See, she has a deadline, and that created her goal. When she has a dream and she has a deadline to it, she's going to start understanding, man, I got to really think about, can you plug that? Pop that. I got to start really thinking about what I want, what you're going to get, okay? Your dream plus it's in the back, bro. Oh, okay. So your dream plus a deadline equals a goal. Your goal plus a plan, that's going to be your reality. All right? That's going to be your reality. Okay? That takes the impossible and makes it what?
Possible.
Okay? The promise of the future is an awesome force. Promise of the future is an awesome force. Okay? You got to know what Michelle talked about, guys. That's probably going to be the most powerful training that we have today. Is your whys. Okay, but here's the deal. Everybody wants to, what does everybody focus on in this business when they get started? What do they focus on?
Money.
They focus on money. They focus on recruiting. They focus on the list. They focus on all these steps. And those steps are things you need to do. You do need to know those things. But what is more important than those steps?
Self-development.
Yourself, your whys. Why are you doing the business? Why? The reason why anybody does anything in life is the most important thing. Your reasons. The reasons make the difference in how your life turns out. The reasons why, okay? So that's why these images are so important. Whatever it is, whatever kind of images you want, whether it be an Audi R8 convertible, whether it be you want to see $100,000 in the bank account, whether you want your own private jet, you want a trip to Fiji, whatever it is you want in your life, understand that the reason you want it, the reasons you want it, is why you're going to achieve it or you don't achieve it. Either way, okay? And it takes your whole life to be successful, or it takes your whole life to fail. Okay, you can go, there's two different directions. And you won't make it there until you're in the box. And you'll finally understand on your deathbed, man, I didn't spend enough time with this person, I didn't do this, I didn't tell this person I loved them, I didn't help out this church, I didn't pay this tuition, I didn't go here, I didn't see this. The reasons why you do things in life. Okay? The reasons make the difference on how your life turns out. All right. Make the strongest pull on you the pull of the future, not the past. Okay? Don't dwell on the past. Learn from the past. Learn from the past. But don't dwell on the past. Okay? You never want to go back to where you were. Right? Because you're already there. You've already been there. You've already done that. Okay? Don't ever eat what you throw up. A dog does that. Don't ever eat what you throw up, right? That's like taking steps back. That's dwelling on the past. That's thinking about where you've been. That's focusing on all the things that went wrong versus thinking about all the things that you can do right. All the ways that you can get there and all the ways you can better yourself and help others and better other lives. Okay? Don't let yesterday's clouds ruin today's sunshine. Don't let yesterday's clouds ruin today's sunshine. It's kind of like when you're driving. When you're driving, where do you focus? Do you focus in the rearview mirror? No. Where do you focus? I know some of you guys focus on your cell phone. I'm guilty too. But I focus more on the cell phone in the road than I do in the rearview mirror. I probably should focus on the rearview mirror. I get a lot. But where should we be focusing on? Ahead, man. What's in front? Make the strongest pull on you the pull of the future. Okay, what's going to come? What's going to be? The type of person you're going to be. The type of people that you're going to help. What you're going to do. All right? Things become better by design, guys. Things become better by design. It's funny. I don't get it. People think that they magically, if they twiddle their thumbs and they guess, they're hoping that they're crossing their fingers that things happen for them. They're crossing their fingers that they get what they want, that they become healthy, that they stay sitting on the couch watching TV, or they stay sitting and eating bad things all the time and don't do anything. They think they're going to live longer, or you're going to be around for your kids or your grandkids or whatever. Or they think that you're gonna not do anything for your business or not focus on your finances, and you're gonna all of a sudden have more later. You're gonna be able to retire. If you don't know what your retirement looks like right now, you ain't gonna like it when you get there. I'll tell you that right now. You are not gonna like it when you get there. So you have to, become better by design. They don't just happen. Nothing. Have you guys ever heard of something great that just came from just happening by mistake? Nothing comes by mistake, guys. Nothing comes by mistake. What you believe you can achieve. I know you guys have heard that before. But what you believe you can achieve. Okay, what you believe you can achieve. What we're going to do is I'm going to close up here. I got a little workshop for you guys. Can you flip on the lights, please? I got a little workshop for you guys. Does everybody have a pen and a pad? We're going to do a little workshop here. If you don't, can somebody lend you a pen and a pad? All right, we're going to do a little flip off one light. Cool. Okay. Let me grab my notes for this. Okay. Everybody ready?
Yes.
I'm going to help you guys achieve more. Because what's going to happen is, you're going to achieve more, you're going to have more, because you're going to do more. And you're going to do more because you're going to become more. And the way you're going to become more is you're going to have goals and whys. That's where it all starts. Okay? Michelle's training covered it. I really just elaborated over it. Alright? So I want you guys all to write down, I want you to write down your goals. And I want you to start off. Where do you want to go? Write down 5 places you want to go. Where would you want to go? You want to go to Tahiti? You want to go to Hawaii? You want to go to Italy? What do you want to do? Where would you want to go? Where would you see yourself at vacation? Where do you see yourself taking, your family? Where do you see yourself? Maybe it's Greece, I don't know, maybe it's Japan. Maybe you want to go to the Alps. Alright? Maybe you want to maybe you want to take a trip and you want to scuba dive. Whatever. I want you to write down 5 things you want to buy. What do you want to buy in your life? If the bank account didn't matter, what would you buy? Maybe it'd be a new car. Maybe a new house. What does your house look like? How many bedrooms? Does it have tiles? Does it have wood? Does it have a swimming pool in the back? Maybe a slide. Maybe a rock pool. Maybe a grotto. Like you, right? We all want to be like you. No. I like Hugh's pool though. Alright? Maybe you want to buy a plane. Maybe you want to buy an NFL team. Who in here thinks that maybe they can own an NFL team? Basketball team. A hockey team. Here's the difference between somebody achieving it and somebody who doesn't. The person that achieved it believes they can achieve it, believes they'll have a team one day. The only thing stopping you from your dreams and your goals is you. You have to get out of your own way. You have to get out of your own way. Everybody who has ever achieved anything has all started off putting their pants on one leg at a time. Right? One leg at a time. Nobody came out brilliant and smart. Everybody worked for what they got. Every single person has worked for what they got. And if you don't believe it, don't work for what you want and watch what happens. Alright? Write down some activities. What do you want to do? Maybe you want to go snowboarding in the Alps. Maybe you want to go scuba diving in Aruba. Maybe you want to ride camels around Egypt. I don't know. Write down whatever it is you want to do. Write down some things that you want to achieve in your life. Some of the things that you'd like to do and see. What about some benevolence goals? Write down who you'd like to help. Maybe it's pay for your parents' debt. Maybe it's pay for your sister's tuition. Maybe it's give back to the church. Maybe it's create an orphanage. Maybe it's, doing something for underprivileged kids. Maybe it's creating a music studio. Maybe you have fitness goals. Maybe you want to be in shape. Maybe you want to do a triathlon. Maybe you want to do a marathon. Maybe you want to be able to do 10 pull-ups. Whatever. Write down your fitness goals. One of the best quotes I ever heard from this is huge, by the way, guys. Goals is the most important thing you could probably do in your life, is setting goals. Setting goals, man. I'm going to set goals with myself, with my wife, with my daughter. We're going to set goals, man, for everything. Because if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. And here's one of the best things that I've ever learned. People tell me, Justin, man, why do you need money? You just want to have all these things? You just think life's about money? No. You can do a lot of things with money, guys. Can we all agree that if Mother Teresa had Bill Gates' bank account, she'd probably do some wonderful things? But if Hitler had Bill Gates' bank account, it'd be pretty bad. Right? It'd be pretty bad. Here's the deal, guys. If you don't need much, maybe you don't need to become much. That's the problem with not needing much, is you don't need to become much. Understand what your goals are, and not only but what you want to have, but what you want to become as a person. Maybe you want to become more ambitious, right? That's a goal. Maybe you want to become more persistent. Maybe you want to become more consistent, right? Maybe you want to have more integrity. Maybe you want to be a better speaker. Write down your goals, because this is what's going to take you to becoming more. Is knowing what your goals are. You have to have the goal, you have to have the why, you have to have the reason. Remember, reasons are going to be why your life turns out the way it turns out. So if you decide to become a better person, if you decide, you make the decision and you commit to changing yourself, to working on yourself, to committing to personal development, you're going to become more. You're going to have more, you're going to do more. Others around you are going to see that. You want to help others? Help yourself. You inspire others by what you do. That's one thing that I had to learn. I used to go around thinking that I had to fix people. I had to fix everything. I got to fix it. I got to help this. I got to do this for this person. No, that's not how it works. People change themselves. You can't change nobody. And the way people change themselves is they make the decision because they get inspired. They either get inspired or they're desperate. One of the two reasons. That's the only two reasons why people change. I'd rather be inspiring somebody than be desperate and inspire them that way. Okay? So I take steps to go that route. Okay? But understand the goals and the reasons, what you guys wrote down, that is probably going to be one of the most powerful things you could ever do in your life, is write down what you just wrote down now. And now here's the deal. I don't just want you guys to write it down and throw it in the trash or throw it on the side or forget it. Take these goals, multiply it, duplicate it, and put it everywhere. Put it everywhere. I have my goals in my bathroom. I have my goals in my car. I have my goals on my phone. I see pictures. I have my goals everywhere, guys. See your goals. See your dreams. See your whys. See why you need to become better. And what that will do is, just like Michelle said, that will instill in you on how to turn the iceberg, how to turn your mind around and take it the other direction. And when you start going the other direction, guys, that's when you start achieving your goals.